I'm wondering then if I should combine the two somehow. I don't, because I usually do the red light at night when I haven't used the GHK-Cu. So how do you recommend using red light with?
I would put it on before the red light. There are studies that show that it enhances the effect of the red light.
Oh,
So put it on, especially when you're spot treating something.
yeah.
So just the serum's so easy to use. It just absorbs.
It absorbs very quickly.
Absorbs very fast. It's like your skin is just drinking it up because it's something it wants. So I would use the red light over it.
Excellent. Okay, this is a great hack. I'm gonna, like supercharged. So then I'm going to start with the two of them at the 3 month mark. I'm going to be using. Well, actually, the other one I've been using with since the 3 months. After 3 months, but now that from now on, I'll have to take some new photos of both of them with the red light.
I can't wait to see them.
Or maybe do one with red light, the other one not, with the red light and GHK-Cu, and the other one not. And
you're a research project.
Totally, yeah. I'm logging this all in for everybody, so I think they can see my results in terms of scarring. So I'd like to really help people with the scars. So I know what it's like, and for me, it's just my hip. But I can't imagine if this is on your face. Is there anything else that you would recommend for scars in general? Because I do some laser, and I mentioned massage. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we should let everybody know that would be helpful, especially with your husband, that big scar on his face.
Do you believe that? And he doesn't have that. I mean, it's just totally faded. That picture, we're our own research projects also, because when he came home with that, I just thought, okay, this is the real test for GHK-Cu, because it's like a Frankenstein, right across. Huge with the big marks, and he was diligent he used the bakuchiol on top. Like, I think the oils, one of the great things about a good oil, like you're using a good oil, but a bakuchiol or the squalane is it helps the peptides absorb also. So it's great to put an oil on top of something.
Okay, so yeah, I was doing the rosehip oil, but I now have the bakuchiol oil, and there are a couple other ingredients. Well, now the other ingredients that will help absorb is the brown algae, or is that just pure, just for the radiation?
It can help heal. It's a healer, so it can help also. But you bring up something I think that's important by protecting your scar. Yours is probably hidden, but if you have scars that are showing, by protecting from future damage, that's part of the healing. So you can't forget to wear your sunscreen or ideally your copper peptides before you go out, and so that it will not receive additional damage.
That's a huge one. That is a huge one, is protecting it from the sun.
It is such a huge one.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just walk out and take a walk. And I used to do that, but now I'm so like my hands, I finally really saw my brown spots. My hands look so much younger than they did 10 years ago that I think about my hands as much as my face almost, because it's easy to walk out and take the dog. So many times Terry's heard me say, hold on, I've got to go get my sunscreen. So I actually have it in the garage now where I can put some on my hands, because I know even a 20-minute walk, I'm getting that.
You're getting that sun. And when you drive in the car and everything as well.
Car is huge. You'll see you'll have more damage on the side of your window. If you look at your hands, you can see the difference. So I actually have, don't laugh at me, I have driving gloves. One of my friends gave them to me because she said, you are so careful with your hands. And I put them on, they're in my little glove box, and I put them on and I feel better because your hands, it's reflecting from the window.
Yes.
These are little hacks that really can make a difference, because you can have the most beautiful face, but you reach your hand out and shake someone's hand and you show your age. You do.
It's okay. First of all, it's okay to own your age, right? It's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah,
it is
like,
okay.
those don't care, but you and I care, so we want to.
Well, I want my age to be the best age. Well, my dermatologist is the one that pointed this out to me, and it hurt my feelings at first because I was in there with my checkup on all the spots. And this was 5-6 years ago, before I was using the serum, the GHK-Cu. And he looked at my hand and he said, your hands do not belong to your face. And it really bothered me, but it made me very aware that I needed to start taking care of my hands. I've spent so much focus on it. I mean, I was really good about the sunscreen and all what I was using at the time, but I was ignoring my hands.
Yeah. So and not to mention skin cancer. I'm sorry, we're talking about beauty, but protecting our skin from the sun as well is important for the sun damage. And it's not like you can't get skin cancer in your hands, right? It's
absolutely
happens everywhere. Are there any contraindications? Are there people who don't react well or shouldn't be taking this?
Very few. Someone who may have, I think it's Wilson's disease, where there's a problem with metabolizing copper, they should not use. And I've not had anyone have that, but that is, I've studied so that I would know that. I've had one person in almost 5 years say that they had high copper from blood work. Dr. Faria talked with her about it, and we haven't gone to this next step. She wanted to know, did she apply the copper peptides before the blood, like where when they extracted the blood, the copper serum, and they didn't answer me on that, which makes me think that's a possibility. That would be the only thing. Dr. Faria said that you actually can, if you have too much copper, some kind of toxicity, it will show up in your nail bed. You will actually see blue in the lunae of your nails.
That's if you're injecting it or if you're just putting it on as a serum?
Either way. Anyway, she said she's never seen that with topical. Okay. I'm not sure she's seen it injecting it either. But that is the one thing to look for if you're concerned about having too much copper.
Okay. All right. That's a good indicator. And you just stop and it goes right away.
Right.
Okay, right?
But it's very rare.
Or do you know any of the research that shows a difference?
Well, I know Nat does both. Mm-hmm. She uses the serum and injects because she talked about how she has, I don't know if she's still doing it, had a protocol where she injects just this micro little dose several times a day of the GHK-Cu.
Oh, I've got to go talk to her about that.
Yeah, she knows so many. She's the one that shared that with me. And that's supposed to be one of the more effective ways to use it. It's just these little micro. And I thought, you mean you have to inject several times? I'm thinking, I like one big dose.
I hate injecting myself, but it does work. I mean, when I had my hip operations, I was doing BPC 157 and TB 500 and it really helped with wound healing. I saw accelerated recovery, and I had 2 chances to try it, and I tried different things, but I do it if I have to. But sometimes I'm just wondering what the effect would be, how much more of a boost in your skin or collagen would you see? And I guess you would see it systemically because you're injecting it in your belly, right? You're not injecting it in your face.
Yes.
And then you versus a topical. I don't know.
I think it can just enhance. I do not have the exact research other than when Nat says something, I listen. And when she tells me she injects herself several times a day, these microdoses, I think, okay, she knows something. I'm going to try that.
Well, it's supposed to be really good. I'm just wondering, like, is it worth it? So I'm going to be just testing it out, all this stuff out. I'll do it topically, and then, and I'll have to do a second experiment and then see what happens for me. But it's quite fun. This is all quite harmless. It's all very, very good for you in terms of topicals. So I'm trying to think about this. So something around the corner that's coming up. You said the lactic acid. I think that's what you said.
That's one. Yes.
That's one. And that's going to be in a cleanser?
No, that is a leave-on. Actually, I already love it. It's going to be a cream, and it tingles. It's only a twice-a-week commitment, and you put it on at night, and you leave it on and then wash it off before you use any other ingredients. And it really does. It breaks the bonds of the skin cell, the dead skin cells, and it brings up the debris, and it really does work. Because you can feel the next day. Now, that is something I'll say the next day I felt something happening, because it is a strong active and we need to exfoliate. So that we hope to have that by May, June. That's coming. And then the biggie, and you'd asked me in some questions about, what's the next big thing. And we are working right now with exosomes. And I believe 0 exosomes, again, we're dreaming. What does this need to be? It needs to be with GHK-Cu. And then we're down to what other just perfect, wonderful ingredients can make this product so fabulous. And I've been testing it, and it's like the most excited I've been since GHK-Cu. Oh. So that will be fall. That takes a little longer, but we will have that in fall.
Exosomes. Oh my goodness. That sounds to me, that's one thing, the only thing I didn't try for my hips to repair them were exosomes. Okay. I just ran out of time and I ran out of money. So I'm building back now, and that will be really exciting to try. I always relate exosomes to, well, I guess no, to skin as well. Yeah, people are injecting them
for pain.